Hey, Cowboys Nation, welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving into some breaking news that has rocked the Cowboys fanbase and the NFL in general. First up, we've got the legendary Mike Zimmer announcing his retirement from coaching after a decorated career in the NFL. Zimmer's decision to step down is huge, especially considering his impact on the league over the years, and we're going to talk about what this means for the Cowboys, especially in terms of their current coaching staff. But that's not all. There's also news about the Cowboys setting up interviews for potential defensive coordinator candidates. With all of these changes happening, the Cowboys are entering a crucial phase of the offseason that could have a huge impact on their future success. So, grab your popcorn, hit that like button, and let's get into it. Mike Zimmer's retirement is undeniably one of the most significant coaching moves in recent NFL history. Zimmer, a man known for his defensive genius, has been a fixture in the league for decades. He first made his mark as a defensive backs coach with the Dallas Cowboys in the 1990s, helping to build one of the most dominant defensive units in NFL history. During that time, the Cowboys were consistently a Super Bowl contender, and Zimmer's coaching acumen was an essential part of their success. As many of you know, he worked under the legendary Bill Parcells, and it was during this period that Zimmer developed a deep understanding of the intricacies of NFL defenses. He would go on to serve as the defensive coordinator for the Cincinnati Bengals, where he further honed his craft before landing his big break as the head coach of the Minnesota Vikings in 2014. Zimmer's time with the Vikings was nothing short of impressive. His defenses were consistently among the best in the league, and he developed a reputation for being able to get the most out of his players, especially his defensive backs and linebackers. Under Zimmer's guidance, the Vikings boasted one of the league's top defenses for several years, and he played a major role in their success. Zimmer's ability to get the best out of his players, his aggressive defensive schemes, and his attention to detail made him one of the top defensive minds in the NFL. While the Vikings didn't win a Super Bowl during his tenure, Zimmer's defense was often the backbone of the team, and his leadership was a key factor in the franchise's overall success. However, after 8 years as the Vikings head coach, Zimmer decided it was time to step away from the game. For many, his retirement came as a bit of a surprise, as Zimmer was still regarded as one of the top defensive minds in the NFL. But it's clear that Zimmer felt the time was right to move on, and it's hard to argue with a career that saw him coach at the highest levels of the NFL for so many years. His decision to retire has left many wondering what's next for Zimmer. Would he join a team in a consulting role? Would he stay in the league in some capacity? Or is this truly the end of his coaching career? While Zimmer's future remains a mystery, there's no question that his departure leaves a massive hole in the NFL's coaching ranks. For the Dallas Cowboys, Zimmer's retirement has significant implications. As we all know, the Cowboys have made tremendous strides on defense under the leadership of Dan Quinn, who joined the team in 2021. Quinn has done an outstanding job turning around a defense that had been one of the league's worst in recent years. His aggressive, high-energy defensive schemes have allowed players like Micah Parsons to flourish, and his ability to get the most out of his defensive players has been a key reason for the Cowboys' defensive success. But while Quinn has done a fantastic job, there's always the looming possibility that he could leave for a head coaching opportunity elsewhere. In fact, Quinn has already been linked to several head coaching vacancies this offseason, with teams like the Carolina Panthers, Arizona Cardinals, and Indianapolis Colts reportedly showing interest in bringing him in as their new head coach. If Quinn were to leave, it would be a massive blow to the Cowboys' defense. Dan Quinn has been a stabilizing force for the Cowboys, and his departure would force the team to find a replacement who could maintain the same level of success and continue developing the defensive talent that's been assembled over the past few years. This is where the Cowboys' offseason decisions become crucial. In anticipation of this possibility, the Cowboys are already taking steps to identify potential candidates for the defensive coordinator position. So, let's take a deeper dive into who the Cowboys might target as their next defensive coordinator. First up, we have Gerard Hamilton, the Cowboys' current linebackers coach. Hamilton has been with the Cowboys for a while now and has already shown his ability to develop players on the defensive side of the ball. Under Hamilton's coaching, linebackers like Micah Parsons, Leighton Vander Esch, and Jalen Smith, before he was released, have taken major steps forward in their development. Hamilton's work with Parsons, in particular, has been notable, as the young linebacker has blossomed into one of the best defensive players in the NFL. With Hamilton's familiarity with the Cowboys' defense and his close working relationship with Dan Quinn, he could be an ideal candidate to take over as defensive coordinator. Bringing Hamilton in would ensure continuity on defense, which could be beneficial in keeping the defensive schemes intact while maintaining the same high level of play. Another name that has been thrown into the mix is Raheem Morris, the current defensive coordinator for the Los Angeles Rams. Morris has been a hot name in coaching circles for years, and his success with the Rams' defense has solidified his reputation as one of the top defensive minds in the NFL. Morris has worked with some of the best defensive players in the league, including Aaron Donald and Jalen Ramsey, and has been instrumental in developing a defensive unit that has consistently ranked among the best in the NFL. Prior to his time with the Rams, Morris served as the head coach of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, where he gained valuable experience in leadership and managing a team. Morris's ability to develop young talent and his experience as both a coordinator and head coach could make him a strong candidate for the Cowboys if Quinn decides to leave. Bringing Morris in could also give the Cowboys a fresh perspective on defense, which could be exactly what the team needs as they look to stay competitive in the NFC. Then there's the always intriguing possibility of bringing in Vic Fangio, who is widely regarded as one of the best defensive minds in football. Fangio, who was the head coach of the Denver Broncos from 2019 to 2021, is known for his complex defensive schemes and his ability to build top-tier defenses wherever he goes. While Fangio's tenure as a head coach didn't end in the success many had hoped for, his work as a defensive coordinator has been nothing short of exceptional. Fangio has been a key figure in building dominant defenses with the Chicago Bears and San Francisco 49ers, and his ability to develop defensive backs and linebackers is legendary. His defensive schemes have often been described as some of the most intricate and well thought out in the league, and bringing Fangio in would instantly elevate the Cowboys' defense to another level. The question, however, is whether Fangio is ready to return to a coordinator role or if he prefers to stay out of coaching for the time being. Regardless of who the Cowboys decide to hire as their next defensive coordinator, one thing is clear: they have a strong foundation to build upon. The team has a wealth of talent on defense, including emerging stars like Micah Parsons, Trevon Diggs, and DeMarcus Lawrence, as well as solid veterans like Leighton Vander Esch and Anthony Brown. The defense is primed to continue being one of the best in the NFL, but the leadership and strategic direction of the defensive coordinator will be key to ensuring that success. This offseason will be pivotal for the Cowboys as they look to solidify their coaching staff and set themselves up for continued success. So, Cowboys Nation, what do you think? Should the Cowboys stick with Dan Quinn and continue building on the momentum they've gained over the past few seasons? Or is it time for a change at defensive coordinator? Who do you think should be the next man for the job? Let me know in the comments below. I want to hear your thoughts on this big decision. And if you haven't already, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe for all the latest news on the Cowboys, and tap the notification bell so you never miss an update. We've got plenty more off-season content coming your way, so stay tuned. Thanks for watching, and as always, let's keep rooting for the Cowboys. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.